So, how do we all feel about the native instruments thing? Can you imagine a world without contact? I don't think we'll get that far, but it is a case, yet another case of private equity ripping out the soul of something that was quite useful. And we have that on one side, AI on the other side. It's quite hard to see how we can navigate through this, I guess. Although AI is obviously very useful, we could probably code a new contacts plugin in one afternoon. It's an idea, actually. I just found this on the street. I just found £5 as I was talking about coding a new contacts plugin. Must mean something. Sometimes my students at Guildhall have amazing ideas, and they have all the material and the talent, but they get stuck. They get stuck at a point, and they just don't know where to go next. And I think, obviously, there's a lot of overthinking, and there's a concept that really helps them. And I just thought that it might be interesting to share that here. It's simply a concept called Parataxis, which is a concept, a philosophy of art. Simply, Parataxis is the concept whereby association creates meaning. So, you see this a lot in the works of Hemingway, Charles Ives famously combining different hymns at once. It's when you just put a bunch of things together and don't overthink it, simply put. Anyway, the thing that I've realized that when you allow yourself to work within the constraints of something like Parataxis, the constraints being not really that much of constraint, basically you just do whatever you want, you find that everything just works and comes together. It's quite incredible. And of course, association does create meaning. That's what's interesting about it. There is meaning there anyway, and in fact, association is revealing meaning. So yeah, talking about association creating meaning is interesting, because what it actually is doing is it's revealing meaning. And I think the meaning that was hidden by the mess we get into when we're trying to create something. The overthinking, the inability to decide, to finish. So anyway, it's a very freeing concept, and it can unlock a lot of stuff. So it sounds like it's just about putting random things together, in a way it is, but there is more to it than that. And the fact that the things that you collect, the things that you create that may seem random, perhaps aren't random. And this just allows for that synergy to create something special. And as I said, to unblock the whole creative process. I've got this show coming up in Brighton next month, and one of the logistical issues with this sort of thing is rehearsals, and trying to get everyone together at the same place, same time for rehearsal, and it's not always possible. So today's the rehearsal with the bass player, which actually been really nice. I'm looking forward to it. It's just a chance to play with someone else and play the tunes. I mean, the bass parts are probably the hardest thing anyway, so it's good to get him accustomed to the material. Here we are. This is brilliant. Proper church hall vibes. And the best thing is it's warm in here, really warm. It's actually been a few days since I started this vlog. You know, for instance, the native instruments thing seems like ancient history now. But anyway, yeah, I got knocked out of action by this cold that's going around. So anyway, here I am back, just waiting for Will, my bass player, to turn up.
Just because of course, I think we've got it, but it's like, I'm not quite sure where things are going. Okay, go.
3, 4. And then D is wherever D is. So C is like a breakdown thing, you'll hear it. E back to melody. And then it's quite drawn out. So E is the melody, and then the second one. Coming up to A. Yeah, I think that went really well. Will's such a great bass player. So it's sort of the first time sort of brought these tunes out into the wild for quite a while now, actually, and it's made me, you know, it's calmed any sort of hint of anxiety I might have had about performing these tunes. Actually, it's just music, and it's going to be okay. There's nothing wrong with the songs. There's nothing wrong with the pieces. They work musically. They sound nice. They're all good musicians. You know, at the end of the day, an audience will like it, and you know, there's a lot of original tunes there, so that's always a positive thing. I think that I think it's all going to be okay. Hey, look, if you're in Brighton and you fancy coming along to the show, it's at The Verdict in Brighton, and it's in March. So I'll put a link below, of course, and you can buy tickets. There's food, so you can book a table and eat, and I think that it's going to be a good night.
Hey, so I just wanted to talk to you about this sponsor for today's video. This sponsor is Lixard, Lixid CRM for musicians. So the sponsor is me. It's me. I just had this idea, I've realized that I keep losing touch with musicians, and every now and then I'll be playing with a musician and we'll be trying to think, when did we last play together? Did we play together? This thing keeps coming up, and I understand the importance of networking and of staying in touch with people. And I think actually, if I was earlier on in my career, I would have done a lot better than I have done if I'd had some sort of system that allowed me to stay in touch with people, checking on people, say happy birthday, all that sort of thing. And I don't mean Facebook. So anyway, I thought what I'd do is I'd just build it, and here it is. So it's for musicians, bookers, venues, clients, as you can see. So you do a gig. After the gig, you put the contact details into this thing, which you can open on your phone or whatever, and it's a database effectively. So if you have a look, these aren't real contacts. You start off with 30 days free trial. We have musicians here, so it's pretty simple. And it's even a map view, which I like. So this will tell you where in the world your contacts are. And actually, what I'm thinking of doing is the next sort of version will have tour mode. So if you're going to a particular city on tour or whatever, visiting somewhere, and you want to know who you know in that city, this is the way to find out. Which is why I sort of included the map view, just to make that super easy. So say I am going to Berlin. Okay, there's someone there. Also, there's light and dark mode. That's very light, and that's pretty dark. The other thing too is you can import your contacts, and that's really useful. Yeah, that's it. I've got lots of ideas for this too, so it's the sort of thing that will be developed as time goes on. And also the more I use it, the more maybe you use it, the more people use it, the more interesting it'll get. So as I say, it's got a 30-day trial, and then after that it's £5 a month. So there you go. I just thought I'd introduce Lixard to you, and that's today's sponsor. Okay, thanks for watching this as always. I'll see you next time, and yeah, YouTube thinks you should watch that video. Okay,